from Finneran Pavilion in Villanova, Pennsylvania for tonight's CSBA matchup between the Providence Friars coming in ranked number 17 against the Villanova Wildcats, unranked on the season. Providence sits at 2-3, Villanova 1-4. Joining me in the booth doing double duty is my main man, Mr. C-Web. What up, C-Web?
What up, man? Good to be back in the booth with you. I felt like we haven't done this in forever.
Yeah, I know it's been a little too long, but I'm glad you were able to do this game with me. I appreciate it. And what are you looking forward to between these two Big East rivals?
Number one, I'm looking forward to seeing how Villanova responds. 1-4 on the season. They're looking to come back. Their leading scorer on the season, Devi Turner, he is lights out, but see how his role players can support him. On the other side, Providence, they're looking to kind of just turn the tide of their season. They're coming in number 17, 2-3. I want to say they're kind of a 500 team right now. I know that they're below 500, but they've been up and down. They're coming off a win over Marquette, so a little bit more on the upside. But we'll see how they fare here against the Wildcats tonight.
Yeah, it should be an interesting one between these two squads. We're getting a little bit of feedback, by the way. I don't know if it's your mic or mine, but just getting a little bit of feedback, just a heads up. But I'm looking forward to this game. Big East matchups are always fun. Obviously, we're here in Pennsylvania, so it should be a good game. At least I would hope so. I like Big East matchups. I'm just fixing this. I don't know why this call sheet gets messed up every freaking time I'm in it. And it doesn't pull the information consistently. It's so weird. But
that is even better.
Yeah, it's a little bit. Yeah, I'm still hearing the echo in my head, but it's all right.
No, all right. Well, I switched my device driver. For some reason, Discord keeps popping it back to the other one. That was the whole thing with my co-anchor, and then now it's doing it to me.
Yeah, it's weird.
So.
No worries, all good. A little better now as Penny dimes for three, no good. Turner up with the rebound. Nobody able to get a point here in the early going. I do know that I was talking to Coach Providence earlier today as Turner fires up the three, bang, and gets Nova on the board. But one of the things that he was saying to me, he's really hoping for a big night from Kabongo and thinks Kabongo needs a redemption game against Hoyle. The last time these two guys played, Hoyle had the upper hand, so should be a good battle between Hoyle and Kabongo as Kabongo gets fouled by Hoyle.
Yeah, those guys, both of them been on these teams since they were freshmen, so they're familiar with each other in this setting. Kabongo misses the first one here.
Yeah, surprised to see him miss there, but he's shot the ball pretty well for the most part from the free throw line this season, 94% as he hits the second.
Yeah, it brings up. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was saying I keep checking the data too, Ted, just to see if the stats are right when I'm referencing it.
Oh yeah, so the rebounds were weird on the last game. This one they look right.
Yeah, well, I just fixed it. That's why.
Okay, yeah, because we were talking about why is there a point guard with 10 rebounds?
Yeah, the assist and the rebound. I don't know why it's pulling wonky from the site, and I don't understand it because it's a formula to import the HTML, but yet for some teams it reverses the numbers, like the assists and rebounds. It's really weird. I don't know how to fix that. We thought
that makes sense.
We thought we had it fixed. That's so we keep playing with it. So I don't know why it's. I've refreshed numbers. I've done a bunch of different things. Nova off to a good start here, 5-1 here in the early going.
Yeah, this is big for Nova to get the lead early and try to play with it throughout the game. Again, coming in as the underdog tonight, trying to kind of turn their season around as Kabongo gets the edge on Hoyle there.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a weird shot from Kabongo, but Providence will take it. Running a little bit of a new scheme tonight, so we'll see how that works out as the pick and roll works to perfection as Hoyle throws that one down. 7-3 Villanova.
Yeah, and Villanova coming off a big loss to St. John's last week, but I don't know that really affects their pride too much. St. John's has been embarrassing some pretty good teams so far this season, including my own Gonzaga Bulldogs earlier. So we had a heck of a game with them. We went to overtime, eh?
Yeah, I believe so. As Sugar Mama draws the foul from Kabongo. Take your locker rooms, get everybody in here. Some good games here tonight. Got Gonzaga. Speaking of Gonzaga, coming up next against Arizona State in a WCC matchup, which should be a fun one here in prime time.
Yeah, Ryan and I were talking about Ryan United and I were talking about that pre-stream before the last game. That like the WCC is this season is one of those conferences that I feel like the teams are sneaky good because we're just beating up on each other.
Yeah, it's interesting too. I think a point was made in stream chat the other night too, when I was calling a game about how many teams are going to be, 500 records, and I said it's going to be crazy because when you go to the selection committee, they're going to have a tough time weeding out which 3-3 teams are the better ones in conference play.
Yeah, although that does lead into another thing we were talking about in the last game is we've got a barn burner going on right here, 9-7 through the first 3 minutes. The two matchups in conference play this season are going to be a big factor in determining those March Madness games.
Yeah, and I really love that we flipped the script on that. So I know it adds an extra game to this schedule, and at the same time, I know some long-term records are probably be broken on like points scored and stuff like that. But I do like the secondary matchup because everybody gets a home and away.
Okay, so as the official statistician of the record book there, I've actually been running some numbers on this. And while it adds an extra game to the regular season, there was a game taken away from the tournament. So a lot of those long-term records that are career records, where they're counting every game the player has ever played, regular season and tournament, aren't really going to be affected too much.
Well, I guess it just depends on where you fall from the seating perspective, right? I mean, if you're...
I'm saying like individual records. Like individual, like the records... And I get what you're saying from the seating perspective, but we've shortened the conference tournaments by one potential
Yeah,
game.
that's fair, too. I didn't think about that. Okay, I now know what you're saying. Yep, I got it.
March Madness has effectively been shortened. Well, not really. Okay, so it's been shortened by one game for the top seeds, but those would have been... You get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
The shortened seasons are still the shortened seasons.
It's not going to fully back into it, but I get what you're saying.
Basically, what we've done is we've created a situation where the 3-6-4-5 games that used to exist in the conference tournaments that kind of inflated some players' records, they just don't exist anymore, and now that game is just in the regular season.
Yeah, so it might balance itself out. It'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, I mean... Look,
records are made to be broken, so...
If somebody actually breaks Kareem DePant's 824 points or whatever it is with the extra game per season, I will be shocked.
Yeah.
Let's put it that way.
But I thought, I don't know. I mean, maybe, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, offensive numbers, I feel like, are up in the last 2-3 seasons, so...
I will agree. I think that the numbers are up across the league as Providence. Chance to tie here. We're getting off track here, but
okay.
We've got an exciting game going on in the background for sure. We'll get back to that in a second. As long as
we only got 11 people in the stream chat anyway, so it's not a big deal.
Oh, all right. Well, you guys can follow along with us then. But yeah, I think that a lot of those records are nice cut by Shrub as Providence takes their first lead of the game. But I think a lot of those records are there to stay. And again, with your reference to the offensive numbers being up, I think numbers in a lot of categories are up. One record that we haven't seen touched or broken in a while is the rebound record. I think that one, I think we're about to see a rash of guys get into that one because coaches have really figured out how to maximize these arcs now that they've been around this long. I know we're going to 24. know things are going to change, but the Arcs are still going to behave largely the way they behave.
That's what I hope. That's at least the goal long term. Big Boy says your mic's a little bit muffled. I actually just turned your volume down just a little so to maybe help with that.
All right. Well,
I think that was it. I think I had you at 200% and you were loud, so it come across a little more muffled.
Oh, that could make sense. And throw down by Davis.
Yeah, William Davis, nice take there. Chance for a 3-point play the old-fashioned way. Where is everybody tonight?
I mean, we had a pretty good turnout for the last game, 20 somewhere in the stream for that one.
Yeah, I do think Villanova has a little bit of a ghostly locker room, so therefore that might be a reason why the numbers are down a little bit. But
could be missing a few from their side, that's for sure. I know a lot of the regulars are in here. Appreciate all you guys that stuck around from the last game.
Just jumped up to 18, so 15-14. Providence up by 1. Good first quarter here so far. Screen comes for Shrub. He's going to drive, floating one-hander, no good. Johnson gets blocked in the inside by, I think that was Davis. Corner 3 from Mullins is good. They're going to call it a 2.
Yeah, foot just on the line there. And Providence going to take the timeout with 1:18 to go.
16-15, Nova up by 1. Interestingly enough, I still find it funny. A lot of the coaches don't know which team is home and which is away when they look at the schedules. Because Nova wanted to run the baby blue uniforms tonight. I'm like, you can't run them. They're the ways.
The team on the right
always
is the home team.
Yep, correct. I don't know why. You want to laugh. The more teams, I mean, even the veterans do it. X-Rays did it last week. It did it this week, rather.
I don't know why, okay? But it's just the way the world works.
I know.
I have been looking at box scores. I have been watching sports for 42 years. Well, however long I've been alive for 42 years. I've been watching sports since I was conscious. The home team is always on the right.
I know. Oh, Tank Johnson with a nice block. No, I agree. I mean, it's what I don't understand. And then even after I've corrected them about 100 times, still.
So if you're watching and you're a coach, the home team is always on the right.
I just don't like putting the @ symbol in. I mean, I can. Just hate it.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, in the absence of the @ symbol, the home team is always on the right.
Yeah.
If the @ symbol is there, then it's subjective, because then if you're looking at, let's say, the Villanova website, it's going to flip which side Villanova is on.
Yeah.
Because they use the @ symbol. Yep. But if it's versus, it's always the right. Yep. That's just always the way I've kind of, like, my brain has always seen it, sort of.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Mullins, nice take.
Ooh,
cuts it to 1.
A foul there.
19-18. Shrub Providence gonna hold for 1 here. Cabango backdoor alley-oop is good. Good find by Shrub. So there's a mixed unit in here to end the quarter. Williams from about half court. Good if it goes. It does not. And at the end of 1 quarter, the Friars up by 3. You're watching the CSBA Big East action right here on Twitch. We'll be right back. right, welcome back. 21-18. It's been a pretty tightly contested battle so far, I feel like.
Yeah, it's been a great game so far, as evidenced by the 21-18 score. Again, Villanova, they did a good job of getting out in front early and not letting Providence control the pace of this game. So we'll see if they can keep that up here in a second.
Crenshaw going to pull it out here. 14 on the shot clock. Just realizing, I don't understand what keeps happening with my screen, because the stupid screen keeps shifting. I'm gonna fix this. There we go.
Yeah.
It's been happening a lot with the ticker. I don't know why. Keep having to adjust it.
Good start to the second here as Dimes bangs home the three. Villanova answers back with the two, and pull up from the elbow.
Yeah, Brandon Crenshaw drains that one. Providence shoots 55% here so far in the early going of this first half.
Yeah, a lot of that coming late in the... Woo! Clip that.
Yeah, that was pretty. Now that one, if you put that up for an assist of the game, I actually would give it an A. It may not give us that great replay when they give it to us, but...
Yeah, if that is the play, I will give it an A based on that. Dimes trying to do two in a row, can't.
Turner going to hand it off to Mumma. Now down low to Hoyle. Hoyle with the mismatch there. Will fade away Jay. Good defense there by Crenshaw, is forcing Hoyle to settle for a fadeaway jumper there. Is now Crenshaw going to go inside to Kabongo off the glass, and good. And Kabongo looking pretty good here in the early going.
So you're from the tri-state area. Maybe this will ring true for you too. Every time I see Mumma on Villanova, I think of the Philadelphia Mummers band. I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
No? You don't know? Oh, wow. Yeah, so I don't know how to explain it. Basically, they are a marching band unit that is very New Orleans-y, Cajun-y.
Okay.
I don't even know what to call them. They're very colorful. If anybody here has ever seen the Mummers, you know what I'm talking about. They are one of the most colorful marching band units you will ever see, and they're based in Philadelphia.
Yeah,
so.
I don't know. I really don't. Turner could have kicked it outside to Jackson. I love a good marching band, so. Pull-up jumper is no good. Ball tipped back out. Jackson, though, comes away with it. Second chance opportunity here for Villanova. 4, 3, 2, 1. Going to have to go. Drives up off the glass. Can't get it to go. Kabongo with the rebound. Nothing doing. Hoyle up with the rebound. Here comes Nova trying to push the pace the other way. Williams step back three. No good. Rims in and out. Pace is picked up here. Crenshaw going to drive. Lays it up and in. And Providence rolling right now, up by 11.
Yeah, tough stretch here for Villanova as they are going to wisely take a timeout. But where this thing was well in their control there in the first quarter, things just falling apart over the last minute 30.
H1's going to be thanking me after this game if things continue to be the way they roll the way they are. Gave him a little tip to maybe unlock the keys last week. Unlock the lock, rather. 3 ball from the corner from Bay is too strong.
I'm still looking for consistency. I won't lie.
McBucket's no good. Yeah, I'll tell you something after the game is over. Let's just say I gave him a very similar tip that I gave you. Lee with the foul. So far it is unlocked Kabanga, which is what I said it would do.
It's true, guys. Even after 11 seasons, I occasionally have issues with.
Hey, listen. There's certain things that I know that I can certainly help any coach with. I mean, I actually want to help Ray right now with Notre Dame. I'm league first, so.
Yeah, well, I mean that is the advantage. You actually see the game plans that get input. I don't have time to look at.
Yeah, and I'm not, and I'm.
Nor do I have access to it. So.
No, and you know, and what I was going to say is I'm not giving the keys away to everybody. Like, hey, this is what you got to run. These are like the settings part. You got to figure that out. But I can tell you what certain things will unlock certain things, and I'm not charging $100 for game plans either. So.
No, and I mean, honestly, this is not a well-known secret black. Nice play inside. One of the things I told Mitch a long time ago, and I'm sure it's one of the notes that he has kept, and that he refers back to often, is that you don't have to change your playbook that much. Sometimes you just have to change how you use it.
Yep.
Sometimes your playbook, now granted, sometimes you got to change your playbook. Don't use the Raptors book.
Oh, there's been some books this season I look and I'm shaking my head at. But then there's been some ones that I'm like, really? That book worked for you? But you know what? The arcs for that team are different than some of the other ones. So I'm like, all right, yeah, I guess it does work. But that's the key, too. Yeah. Like, there's certain... Listen, I've said this for the longest time, is Turner fadeaway jumper is no good. As right now, Villanova is down by 16. But what I was going to say is, the one thing with the playbooks... You got to think about what the player in the arcs, right? Like if you have a player that in that book that you're going back to refer to, maybe it's a big man, maybe it's a guard, maybe they played in the 90s, maybe they played in the 80s, maybe they played in 2000s. Those arcs, the plays for those players are going to generally work.
Yeah. Something that I actually tell coaches a lot is look at the arcs that your team is, and then kind of flip through the historic rosters.
Yeah.
That 2K has. Like,
for those that have the game, not everybody has the game.
For those that have the game, yes. Like for those that have, but this applies to even if you're just trying to figure it out without having the game.
Yep.
Okay. If you have a point guard, a small forward, and a center, look at the 89 look at 91 Bulls. Look at the teams that center themselves around that 1-3-5 alignment. If you've got 1-2-3, look at Golden State. Like, those were the players that they utilized. If you've got an inside game, look at Spurs, Lakers, maybe some of the old Magic books or the Celtics. A lot of those teams utilize 3, 4, and 5 as their primaries. So it's all about finding, like you said, finding the book that works for your players, works for your team. Nice take there. Wow, that took a long time to go in.
Yeah, it did. I was going to say there's one element, though, that I think is important. You may have players on your team that don't fit in with that book.
So that's the other thing.
So you may have to, sacrifice one for the other. So just keep that in mind. Unless you're building your team to be identical to that.
Right. I mean, and that is a strategy as well. Like, there are playbooks that I have, let's say, recruited to. I don't always get the players I want, but yeah, I've kind of recruited to a certain playbook or 3 or 4 over the years that I know that's what I ideally want my team to do. And if I don't get it, I branch out, I find different options, I find something else that works.
Yep. I'm still waiting for somebody to use the 70s books. Nobody's really done that, but there's limited plays.
Hey, I've used 71 Hawks actually quite a bit.
But I'm talking about like some of the ones that have like 8 plays to them.
I think 71 Hawks has like 9 plays. But anyway.
45-30, Providence looking good here. In this one here tonight is they lead by 15 at the half. What's your take on that first half, and any adjustments need to be made?
Definitely some adjustments need to be made on that Villanova side. They started off the game really well, but through that second quarter, they were starting to break down a little bit on defense and turning the ball over in silly situations, allowing Providence to really take advantage of their fast break game, get out in numbers, and just really victimize that turnover advantage. You see Billy Hoyle here. He needs to get a little bit more activated for Villanova, I think. He has been a force, but Kabongo has limited him a little bit on the inside, like we talked about earlier. Maybe a comeback or a get-back game a little bit for Kabongo. And, we'll see what the second half holds, but Villanova definitely needs to focus on defense in the second half. But their shooting percentage not helping them either.
No, definitely not. We'll see what happens in the second. You're watching CSB on Twitch. We're back. 15-point lead for Providence at the half. Tank Johnson, believe it or not, the leading scorer with 8.
Yeah, a little bit of I'd say a quiet leading scorer performance, but Providence has kind of, they've gotten contributions up and down the lineup. This has been a very balanced attack for them this week, and, the adjustments coming off the loss to St. John's, I think, may have really paid off here. Crenshaw misses the 3 to start the quarter.
Hoyle can't get that one to go as Kabongo grabs the rebound.
Yeah, I'm going to say Kabongo has kind of owned that matchup here tonight. Hoyle has definitely got to find some.
Ooh, he misses the alley-oop.
There you go. Corner 2. Cuts into the lead a little.
Turner, top of the key, is good. I need a little bit more of that as I cut it to 11.
Yeah, quick 5-point run there, for a 4-point run there by Villanova. And they've kind of gotten themselves back, I want to say back into it momentum-wise at least, although Kabongo trying to do everything he can to reverse that. Long 2, no good. Kabongo rebound. He can't get it to go either. Hoyle going to get called for the foul against him.
Just popped in here. Bart.
Yeah.
Does he have the next game?
Yeah, he does.
Oh, okay. He's early! We're late. We're late, he's early.
I was going to say, it's a combination of both, man.
Yeah, we started. I started 10 minutes late because we were talking.
Still, it's 9:42. Like, you're 18 minutes early, bro.
Hey, it's my guy. That's my guy. He left. He chased him out.
You didn't have to leave.
No, I like when people come in early. It makes my life easy.
I was just about to say we'll get the 3-man booth going here in a minute, but that's cool.
Yeah, Coach Hoyle is yet to figure out how to unleash Debbie Turner, because we've seen him play well, but they got to set him up. He's their go-to guy. Him and Hoyle are their 2 go-to guys. So Mumbo going to fire a 3, no good. Unfortunately for him, he did us a favor this season. Didn't one and done from a coaching perspective, but got a lot of, from what I'm seeing, you're gonna have a lot of openings at the coaching ranks this season. I'm a little worried about next season, so we'll get coaches, but
yeah, I mean, I'm not worried yet, but I know what you're saying.
it's some of the OGs stepping down. So we got to get Ted to coach again, so you can go back to Syracuse.
I'm working on it.
Well, he's got a little bit more free time now, he said, so we'll see. Ooh. Mama went for the slam. Chen with a hard foul. Seen a few animations tonight I haven't seen before.
I hit the. What am I doing? I hate when I do this. Oh, there we go. Okay. I tried to put the thing full screen, and then I hit pop out, and it like.
Yeah.
And that wasn't what I wanted to do.
So I'm out on the court.
Providence trying to establish their dominance here, but again, Villanova has. They've done a decent job here in the second half of not letting it get out of hand, but they haven't really closed the gap any.
No, they're trading baskets. They really haven't made much of a run. Is Mama going to get a foul on Dimes?
Oof. That's not going to help too much.
Yeah, probably not the guy you want to put at the free throw line. Averaging about 18.5 points per game, so you know he can fill it up. Ooh, blocked by Dimes. Good follow there by Williams. William Davis, rather.
Yeah, oddly, Dime's only an 88% free throw shooter, but sometimes that is really just a product of how many times they actually get to the line. And for him, it's a lot.
Yeah, 9 out of 10. I mean, you're almost at 9 out of 10, right? So.
Yeah.
Crenshaw, no good. Cabago fouled. Almost had the N1.
I know every now and then we've mentioned, like, you know, oh, this team has like 7 guys shooting 100% from the free throw line. Then you look at the website and you realize that the guy's like 2 for 2.
Yeah.
It's like, he hasn't really shot that many.
Totally fair. Totally fair.
Or it says 0% and he hasn't even taken one. So, you know, sometimes these things are misleading when we look at them.
I got to figure something out with this call sheet to make it better. I don't know how to fix it. It's driving me nuts. Davis for 3 again.
It's good. It's good as long as the rebounds and the assists don't get switched.
No, but it gets switched almost every game. There's a team that's usually wrong.
No, I know. 17-point lead here is turnover is going to give Villanova a little bit of a break, but they really can't break this 15-point barrier here right now.
Big boy, which is your player? I don't know who your player is off the top of my head. Davis not able to get that to go.
Yeah, it helps if we.
I usually know. I know he's on Villanova, but I don't know. I forget which his player is.
I was going to say, I can usually tie the Discord name. It's the Twitch names that I don't always know if they don't match.
Oh, he's on UCLA.
Oh, so you're with UCLA. All right. Oh, well, appreciate you joining in on the stream then.
Yeah, and I know they're frustrated right now, as am I. I've been trying to get in touch with Toby Nerf for over a week and have not been able to contact him. He's not responded to DMs. I even shot him an email today to see if maybe he would respond.
Well, I mean,
keeps showing, that he's on, he's playing other games, doing other stuff, but he's just not answering DMs. So,
yeah.
Just want to make sure he's okay.
Yeah, big boy. I mean, hell, reach out to him yourself. Just say we want to get in touch with him, and
no, I think his whole team has been trying to. They've messaged me on the side, so.
Okay. Well, um, we'll deal with that. You know, as it goes, I guess. Just know we haven't forgotten about you guys there at UCLA. Don't
Oh,
worry.
I trust me. Whenever I see teams quiet, I'm always shooting DMs to coaches. So yeah, I just want to make sure he's okay. I mean, he was all in gangbusters in the first 2-3 weeks, and then all of a sudden he's gone. It's been MIA. I'd be curious to see if he puts in a game plan for this week. That will be an interesting thing for me. Davis was wide open. Goes in for a closer shot. Johnson was there. 14-point lead right now. Black hands that over to Boss. Now Shrub. Oh, he tried to fire it in there, and Pope with the steal. Davis, finger roll. Can't get it to go. That's been like 3 or 4 times now. Villanova's had a close shot, and it's been contested and have come up empty.
Yeah, Villanova just not having the shot luck tonight here after the first quarter that's not going to help them either.
Black with the N1. And Pope now picks up his third. Yeah, he's done a game plan every week. I spoke to him almost 2 weeks ago. I was like, hey, you need to fix X, Y, and Z on your game plan. He fixed it, and then I have not heard from him since. And it's been 2 weeks. I think UCLA plays tomorrow. So I'll be curious to see if he put it in a game plan. Actually,
well. Three ball up from Turner, no good. Transition Black in the paint, no good. Johnson with the rebound, put back, and things are.
And as of right now, he has not put in a game plan.
Not the best sign, but you know what, big boy, if you're looking to apply for a coach position, you got a good audition here showing up in a stream that you're not even involved in. Just say that. If you're interested in putting in a game plan for your team. Yeah, inane burrito. Just really just hoping that he's good and.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? Maybe his kid or somebody that's been, or whatever, someone else using his computer. But like, he's been playing GTA, so I don't know.
Clipbot is down.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with Clip.
Yeah, and unfortunately, that's we don't know what is the deal when that goes down like that.
It's something with their server, I think.
Yeah, that's exactly it. It's not something that we can fix. It's something with the Twitch server or whatever.
Yeah. Well, it's Nightbot. I'd have to.
Or Nightbot, yeah.
It's like a command from Nightbot that gets it from another site that can't really explain it. But yeah, I mean, he was gung ho in the early beginning of the season, so.
Not the first time I've seen the UCLA coach go ghost. Oh, so you watched the Bruins in the 80s then. Hey-o!
Mm-hmm. Nice floater is good.
You talk about a program that went from first to worst in a hurry. They were so dominant in the 70s, and then they were just insignificant for most of the 80s and 90s. The SBA, get those fours up in the chat. We're heading to the fourth quarter. See if Villanova can pull off the big comeback here.
Sorry, I'm just trying to talk somebody off the ledge.
Yeah, you're good.
Always doing... Yeah, I miss Fleedoc. I wish we could find him. He was all into this. And then he eventually had some real life stuff come up and then kind of left us.
Yeah, State Farm assisted the game. You know what? It wasn't the one we mentioned earlier, but that's because Villanova's not leading right now.
No, I actually don't mind that one. I actually give it a B+.
No, I was just about to say, I give that a B+. That was a pretty solid clip. If Clipbot isn't working, you still can clip manually on Twitch, by the way, guys. It's not impossible.
It's just a pain.
It is a pain, I know, but like if you've been around for a while, you know how to do it. So
the server that I connected to be able to make that thing happen could be down. So that's how this happened before. I'm gonna check it out after tonight's streams. That's inside the Hoyle. What a block by Tank Johnson.
All you guys are spoiled by that Clipbot, man. We had to do it. We had to walk 40 miles uphill to snow both ways.
Yeah, 3 ball by Williams in the corner is no good. Hoyle, second chance opportunity, gets fouled. At least Nightbot's not down. It's just the clip thing is down.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot NASCAR was on tonight.
Yeah, they're in a caution flag break. Bubba Wallace won the first one. I was talking about it there.
Oh, that's nice. I picked him in my NASCAR pool.
Oh, nice.
Block from Hoyle on, I think it was Dimes.
What's up, Mr. Bart? Here early for the stream next game again, but it's a 22-point game, so feel free to chime in.
Just coming to crash the party, boys.
Turner from the corner. Turner's just not been able to get on track here tonight. Dimes can't get that 3. Johnson to go. The bigs, though, for Providence playing big in this game.
Ouch. That was a violent putback. Yeah, don't worry there, Burrito. It's not exactly the easiest thing in the world to do if you've never done it before.
You're a hockey guy. You're going to appreciate this. So do you remember NHL 93 back in the day?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Loved 93 and 94. Probably the two best games I ever had. And, I mean, granted, yes, obviously the graphics and the gameplay has come along so well, but I used to, like, keep stats and stuff like that, and then, like, a notebook and all that crap, right? Before leagues were a thing and stats and all that. Yeah, like, I used to do all that
I'm glad I'm not the only person.
No, but you got to remember, that's when we were young. They didn't have games that kept stats.
Absolutely. Continue.
Yeah, so I had, like, I would have a notebook, and I'd make columns, and I would erase them and whatever. Anyway. So I was just kind of perusing something while we were sitting here, and it's a post from somebody that I know that's a huge hockey fan, and it's a quote from Michael Brook, the producer of the NHL Player Association for Hockey 93. So it says, when we were making NHLPA Hockey 93, we had to bring it to the NHLPA licensing committee for approval. We weren't allowed in the room, so I'm sitting in the foyer waiting for the meeting to end, and Saskin comes out and he starts shaking his head. Apparently, the players on the committee noticed that they had individual player ratings in the game. So Ken Baumgartner was on the committee. He comes over to me and says, "Hi, I'm Ken Baumgartner, the guy you gave a 0 rating for intelligence."
Gave a what?
Gave a 0 rating for intelligence in the game. I thought that was very funny. I was just reading it.
Oh my god. Okay, so I wonder if after that EA Sports said, guys, we got to have a minimum number for what we can
Yeah,
put these.
probably. But that's funny. I mean, it just goes to show you, like in all these games, that they do think
Now,
about this stuff. So dimes was a
now
nice take.
I'm just going to say, as an old school hockey fan, I remember Ballmer.
Yeah,
He was
Baumgartner. Yeah,
he was not the brightest bulb in the shaft.
didn't he play for the Islanders? I think he played for the Islanders and the Oilers, didn't he?
Yeah, he was a goon for the Islanders in the
Yeah.
late 80s and 90s. Like,
See, that's pretty good memory. I didn't even, I'm not looking at anything that told me what team he was on. I actually remember it, and he was a goon. Yep.
yeah. No, but I mean, when you play hockey and you've got a nickname like Bomber,
Yeah.
I mean, come on, your intelligence rating in a hockey game is probably not going to be the highest.
Absolutely. Sorry, we're all over the place, not with the commentary in this game tonight, but
It's okay. Lion and I were all over the place in the last one when things got a little wonky. So,
yeah.
I don't think anybody's saying anything here.
No. Mama for 3, no good. I don't think everybody left. There's 18 people in the stream.
I was gonna say, believe it or not, there's more people listening to us BS than were earlier watching the game.
Yeah,
So,
fair.
it's like a baseball game. The more the announcers BS back and forth, the more entertaining it is sometimes.
Yeah. Providence. Villanova can't get any of these buckets to drop. They keep popping in and out. But it's been pretty much Providence's game the entire time. It's Chen again.
I have to say, though, after watching the Super Bowl, I realized people say that baseball announcers talk about a lot of nothing. Football announcers talk about the most nothing of it.
There's a lot of downtime in a football game.
There really is.
Sorry, burrito. You know, when you talk for an hour straight and you're not really drinking anything, you actually get tired. When I do back-to-back-to-back games, I'm exhausted.
Oh, yeah. I have to have, like, a Coke or a drink or
I have a
something that
Snapple iced tea next to me, but I haven't been drinking it because I don't really feel like it right now. I'd rather have, like, a Coke or something.
Little secret, well, don't know that would have counted even if he made it, but I guess it would have. They didn't say shot clock violations.
Mm-mm. Good give and go between Turner and Mumma, but again, the shot's just not falling for Villanova. Getting some good looks.
Appreciate that, Maximus. Nice knowing that we've got the good flow going in the booth, despite the little bit of a wonky score here in a one-sided game.
By the way, well, you're welcome, H-Win. Kabongo's got 15. Just saying. I wonder how many rebounds he's got tonight, too.
All right, well, about 60 minutes, and I'm either going to say thank you or curse you for the rest of the night.
The same tip I gave him, I gave you. It had something to do with the big. So that's why you can't believe everything everybody says about ARCs, because I've watched so many streams. I mean, I don't even stream games to from a coaching perspective, but I watch a lot of because I know who the good players are and that's who should be performing.
Yeah, Kabongo can't get it to go. Ooh, Oil on his fourth.
He's got a double-double. 15 and 16 and 11. I mean, the average is 10 rebounds a game, but
it's going to be interesting to see how many auxiliary stats he has to that, because we've got a few bigs that are put up some massive numbers this week for Player of the Week.
Yeah, which I'm happy to see. I feel like we haven't seen the bigs in a while.
Yeah, it's been a lot of guards and forwards the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, and a lot of that has to do with the game planning, but there are a few teams. There's a few teams that I know that the bigs are a vital piece of their team and their DNA.
Yeah, I mean, game planning, game flow, it's all part of it. Providence just kind of padding some stats here as we close it down.
I mean, I predicted Providence would win this game, but I also know that, this playbook would do Kabongo wonders. And Tank Johnson actually has done a pretty good job with it, too.
Yeah, is Villanova going to take possession?
Kabongo's all sweaty out there. If you're
We got a battle between Busher and Cindric here with 5 to go at Daytona.
I'm upset I didn't get to watch the duels. I actually prefer the duels over the 500 anyway.
It's kind of funny. This is the first year. Long story short, those of you that have been around, my father passed a few years ago. Racing is a big thing in my family. This is the first year I've really wanted to watch Daytona. Really watch all of the action since he passed a couple of years ago. So I feel like that's a good sign.
I don't know why I didn't tell you about my friend's NASCAR pool. I should have. I forgot how much of a good race fan you are.
That's all right. I got my own thing.
Okay. Well, we have like 25 people in it, so.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. He's got multiple prizes for different things, so. 89-52 Providence wins this one. In a jog on the backs of the bigs at Providence. We'll go through the team comparison and box score here in a minute. But congratulations to the Friars. No, we're still trying to figure things out. Yes, I cannot stop scoring. Yawning. Anything that stands out at you?
The bench points, 41 to 19. I think we noticed it there, especially toward the end of the first half, where things just kind of fell apart in the last 4 minutes of the first half. Also, points in the paint. Providence just dominated inside.
Shooting percentage 29%, which usually leads to a lot of rebounds. And I think that could be a defensive rebound record, 39. I don't know. It's not from a total perspective, not from a total rebound, but I think maybe for defense it might be there.
It may be up there. This is one of those.
Yeah, I know. There's a few records that have no numbers next to them, and
we need some fact checking.
Yeah, we
Let's
do.
Just say that.
Debbie Turner leads Nova with 12, 6, and 4 on 5 of 14 shooting. Sugar Mama, 9 points aboard, 2 assists on 2 of 10 rough night shooting for the top 2 scorers on Villanova. Billy Hoyle, 8 and 6 on 3 of 6 with a steal and a block. Pierce Mullins with the 6 points and assists off the bench. William Davis off the bench, 5 points, 2 boards, 2 assists, a steal. Andre Pope, 5 points, 5 boards, 2 blocks, a steal, and assist. Doing a lot of little things off the bench, filling up the stat sheet, just not a lot on the point side. Joseph King, 3 points, 3 boards, and assist, 1 of 1. David Williams, 2 points, 2 steals on 1 of 7. Ouch. 0 of 5 from downtown for Williams. I felt like he did better than that, but I guess not. Dante Jackson, 2 points, 3 boards, an assist, and a steal. And Matt Gay finishing it out with 1 board on 0 of 2 shooting. Take us through Providence. Look at that. And he still freaking leads the way with 18 points. I was like, that was the quietest 18-point game I think I've ever seen from him.
Yeah. Penny Dimes leading the way, 18, 3, and 3 on 6 of 11, 2 of 5 from downtown. I don't know that they named a player of the game.
Yeah, but, I don't think we did see one.
I want to say Lance Kabongo probably gets that.
Oops, sorry. Yeah, he does. He deserves it. 17, 12,
17, 12, and 2 on perfect from the field, 5 of 5, 7 of 8 from the free throw line as well. Moving on down, Desmond Black, 14 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 steals on 6 of 10. Tank Johnson, 13 points, 10 rebounds, another double-double for the Friars. 1 assist and 2 blocks to go with that. 8 points and 2 assists for Brendan Crenshaw on 4 of 11 from the field. Barry B. Shrub with 8 points, 2 rebounds, and 5 assists. Johnny Boss, 6 points, 1 assist, and a steal on 3 of 7. Quiet night from him. 3 points, 3 rebounds, and an assist for Doug McBuckets on the night. Michael Chen, 2.6 rebounds, 1 assist, and 2 steals, doing a little of everything.
A lot of rebounds, but we already covered that, why there were so many rebounds.
Yeah, and rounding it out, Braxton Lee, once again, 7 rebounds, all he had on the night. Didn't take a shot, but still a big contributor.
Yeah, he was just out there pulling rebounds away from Villanova, and that did a trick. You know, it's interesting, I talk about the playbook, right? And Zay just made a funny comment. Dimes has got to get his. Listen, if Dimes can play that quiet of a game and get 18, and you see the bigs going off for 30 points and 22 rebounds and 4 blocks, I think Providence will run this book again. I'm just saying. I mean, that's just my.
It's a good chance.
There's a good chance. There's a good chance. So, anyway, Providence wins this one 89-52. Got Gonzaga and Arizona State coming up for C-Web and Wire. We'll see you guys here back in probably about